It ain't melting, mate. The fact is, you want to know, 10 months of the year, Greenland has temperatures like -10, -20 or even less for 10 months of the year. And in the 2 months in summer, if they're lucky, if they're really lucky, they might get to 0 or just above. But Greenland's melting. Let's just have a little simple test here, common sense. Get a few blocks of ice, get a glass of water, put some water in it, put the ice in there, make believe it's Greenland, top the water up to the top, Greenland floats up, let it sit for a while, it melts. What happens? Does the water flow everywhere? No, it doesn't. So even if you're crap about Greenland is melting and the sea levels are going to rise 1 metre and we're all going to drown and all this bullshit, even if that was true, no sea levels are going to rise because we've just proved it with a simple test. So try something else on us, Gore, because that doesn't work. Oh, and the other one you're going to love, the poor polar bears, God bless their souls. They show an animated polar bear swimming and, it's really struggling, and wants to get on land, and as soon as it tries to put its paws up, the ice melts or breaks, so it can't get up, so it's going to drown. So the polar bears are becoming extinct. Or the one with the polar bear standing on this convenient block of ice that's broken off Greenland, and they don't show that the 100 or so people, the crew that have been filming this for days and days, because fact be known, it's nowhere near Greenland, it's just somewhere near America in the colder parts. But yeah, this poor polar bear that can't swim. And get your facts right again, idiot, because this is fact. Polar bears have been known to swim like 100 kilometres, to get food, and one of the best swimming mammals on this planet. So that's another one, another lie. I mean, there's so many, but these are the most brilliant ones. And the best one, I love this. Get ready. The North Pole's going to melt. He said this probably 3 years ago. North Pole's going to melt in 5 years' time if we do nothing about this. If we do nothing, North Pole's going to melt. I hate to tell you, idiot, the North Pole in the last 3 years hasn't melted. The Arctic ice has actually got a bit thicker. And the North Pole isn't going to melt in my lifetime or anyone's lifetime. And yet, you and your clowns tell us that because temperatures are going to go up a couple degrees in the next 100 years, that the North Pole and Greenland are going to melt completely and disappear, and we are going to see sea levels rise 1 metre and the whole world's going to drown. Bullshit, you idiot! The big thing no one ever talks about, this global warming issue, because that's what I want to just concentrate on, is, who gives anyone the right to tell us that a bit of warmth is no good for us? Who says global warming's no good? Bring it on, I say. Bring it on. I love it. I don't want to sit here bloody all rugged up. I can't wait for summer. Love going to the beach, like everyone else does. Warm nights where you can walk around and, it's all about, that's what it's all about. But we're being told that, global warming's no good, reduce the temperature. What? Fact is, warmth and sunshine are good for you, beneficial. They give us energy, health, we live longer. That's what it's all about. You know, less sickness. We don't get cancer. And that's another issue. You know, they crap on about how, oh, don't go out in the sun anymore because you're going to get skin cancer. Bullshit skin cancer. They don't want you to go out in the sun because they don't want you to get your 30 minutes of vitamin D, which we all should get. Felt funny about that. The fact is that cancer is all that slip, slop, slap that, you know, everyone buys to put on. That's what causes it, bloody thing. Not the going out in the sun. So, oh, but we've got to reduce temperatures. And not only that, the animal kingdom thrives. The whole world thrives on it. Can't you see? That's basic knowledge. So, it's just on that, you idiots. You global warming alarmist idiots. Where do you go to for your holidays? The South Pole? Or somewhere where it's warmer? I've got some advice for you. The Gillards and the Rudds and the Combays and the Wongs and the Garnos and the Tinfooleries and Steffords and the Gores of this world. If you don't like a bit of warming and you think it's no good for us, how about you pack your bags, got together and buggered off to the South or North Pole and spew your crap on the seals and the polar bears and the penguins. They'll soon get the bloody jack of you as well. The world's gone insane. They want to reduce temperatures. Leave me alone. How about you went back to school? When I was a kid, I was taught there's 4 things that control life on this planet. You know, basic stuff. The sun, water, oxygen, and lo and behold, carbon dioxide. Oh, but we've got to reduce carbon dioxide. I mean, as soon as you start playing around with Mother Nature, fact is, that's when you start, you know, destroying the planet. It's an insult to our intelligence that we have to actually debate or convince these fools, and they're being stitched up big time. So, where did this all sort of start? Probably in the 70s. They started using the term global cooling, but that didn't last long. So let's just change it to global warming. You know, we'll just use anything, who cares? So that's gone on along till today, like, you know. But you notice now that they don't use global warming. But they use climate change. Climate change. Because, you know, if they use global warming, and if it just happens to cool, people are going to say, oh, hang on, what's going on here? Oh, well, you know, what? Got no way out. So they just use this general term, climate change. Oh, yeah, carbon polluters, carbon, you know, pollution. Bullshit. It's got nothing to do with pollution, you idiot. You and your scam. When we talk climate change, it's got nothing to do with you or me breathing out carbon dioxide. The only thing that controls climate is this little red thing in the sky. It's called the sun. And it's been here a lot longer than this bloody planet has. Billions of years longer, who knows how much longer. Until this day, no one's been able to control it, and no one ever will. Because it just happens to emit sunspots, all different times of the year. Simple.